Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, depending on where you are in this world. This is Hedging Lee with a brief update for Dash. What is very apparent in this semi-logarithmic chart for Dash is a neckline. But not only that, maybe a potential series of necklines. Let's look at the first one first. So in this case, we have a left shoulder labeled as LS. And then the right shoulder. This is very similar to Ethereum if you've seen my update for that a few days ago. So what we have here is a head and shoulders top. And a head and shoulders top is a topping pattern where you measure the distance from the top of the head to the distance to the neckline. The neckline connects the bottoms of the price peaks. And from there you extrapolate the same distance. In this case it's at around $73 as the minimum run for the price decline. Now my technique is combining the Elliott waves with the chart patterns. What I mean by that is, if the head pattern shows that the target is going to be 73, I'm going to see if I can use that as a confirmation point for the Elliott waves as well. So in this case, again, this is a semi-log chart. What does a semi-log mean? The y-axis is in a logarithmic format. The x-axis, the time, is in a linear format. That's why they call it semi. If it was log-log, it would be a logarithmic chart. So if we count the Elliott waves and say this is wave 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And after 5 waves, there is a requisite correction that is unavoidable. So if 5 waves were complete, the correction has to carry out usually in the form of a 3-wave swing called an ABC, either a zigzag or an expanded. It can also do a combination of WXY or WXYXZ. And usually you can tell what or which family the corrective sequence belongs to. In this case, I think it's an ABC. So we have an ABC swing. And that ABC swing is likely a 5-3-5 zigzag type. The way to determine that is to count the subwaves of the A and the C. C waves of either zigzags or flats must always have 5 subwaves. So even if you call this a flat, you still have to count the C to have 5 subwave compositions. And if we count that right now, we can say we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And these 5 waves would have the black 5 of red C as being the shortest wave. Why is that? Usually in a 5-wave impulse, when wave 1 is the longest, therefore wave 1 is extended. Then 5 becomes the shortest, the stubbiest. If it doesn't, then 3 would be the shortest, and that's not allowed. So I believe 3 is either almost done or soon about to basically, and we'll put in a short wave 5. This 5 for now coincides with the minimum distance run of the Head and Shoulders top pattern. That's why I combine the pattern with the Elliott waves. So often they jive well together. What's my alternate? I mentioned to you earlier, I see shoulders and multiple necklines. What do I mean by that? If I draw another one, right like so, okay, and draw another one right here as well, you have basically a stack of 3 Head and Shoulders on top. So can it be from here to here and decline all the way down back into the single digits? I wouldn't take that off the table completely. But what I would depend on that from bringing it from a possible to probable will be to see how the Bitcoin decline runs out. If it declines into the 1800, 1500, 1300 levels, then definitely you're going to see Dash into single digits for sure. But if Bitcoin does not decline far below 3,000, let's say, maybe goes to 2,900, 2,700, it's likely for the price to be well within the 50s for Dash. But right now, the primary count shows an ABC. The C wave, subwaves, shows a 1's complete, 2, 3 is probably just about ready to complete. We'll get a bounce for 4, and a 5 down towards the $53 range. That's the projected target for the primary count. I hope you found this to be helpful. Have a good day.